powered by TJE Communications, an entertainment, public relations, and communications consulting firm leveling the playing field across the globe for small and women-owned businesses. Thank you for doing this. I know the day's crazy.
Sure, no problem.
But just like kind of talk to me about like your background, where you grew up, where you're from.
Sure, I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio. I went to high school here. I went to college at Miami University. Studied creative writing, English. Hopes to go to law school. So nothing to do what I do now. After college, I worked 4 jobs because I couldn't find a job because it was recession in 2008. So I was competing with people with their master's degree for entry-level positions. So I actually worked 4 jobs. I worked 7 o'clock in the morning at a school as a teaching assistant, all the way to 9 o'clock at night as a coach for a local high school cheerleading dance team. So, because I wanted to gain experience. So, I worked retail to gain, manager experience, how to work with people, how to, do deposits, handle money. So all that, came, after 2 years of working in, 4 jobs, I finally found a big girl job at Cincinnati State, a local college, as a marketing and communications coordinator and assistant to the VP of marketing. So that's kind of where my background in marketing, creative writing, social media, branding, all that came about.
Nice. Okay. And did you always want to have your own business or be an entrepreneur?
No, I know.
Transition into doing that?
So it really was because of my weight loss journey.
Okay.
So my baby business is called Curvy Cardio, and I just had my 3-year anniversary for that. So Curvy Cardio came about just empowering really myself to just love myself, no matter what size, no matter what shape. And I just saw a transformation of my body and also my spiritual well-being. And with that journey, I would use my before and after pictures just to encourage people to come to class. Because it really started off as a side hustle. Because once I had a full-time job, I had all this time, and I was like, well, I need to do something. Why not fitness? So, the more I posted pictures I would have never have showed anybody, just because I was ashamed of how I looked. I didn't think I was pretty enough, and people started sending me messages about how, they loved my transparency and how they were inspired by me. And I was like, me? I'm just trying to show pictures for, people to come, to class. The way to earn money, it was more of a on the surface level type thing. But more, I realized, wow, I'm touching others. I'm trying to spread a message that's greater than just fitness.
Right.
So Curvy Cardio was born.
That's awesome. I'm currently on a fitness journey myself. I had a baby almost a year, over a year ago now at this point. So,
Congrats.
yeah, it's definitely hard.
It is.
When you're doing that.
It is. It's more of a mental thing.
Yeah.
And luckily, my weight loss came when I was just trying to make extra money. So I didn't really mean for it to be anything. And it just turned into a business, a full-fledged business and purpose.
Right.
So.
Right. That's awesome. And then just you as a brand, I know you also offer professional services. How did that?
Yes. So working in corporate, so after Cincinnati State, I started working in corporate, and I was just tired of being the only woman of color at a workshop, at a professional workshop. And so I wanted something different and something the city doesn't have, or a lot of cities, didn't have a year ago. So I wanted to be more fun, more out of the box, where you could, dress like this, dress how you are and not be so, plain Jane, with real food and real people, So my first one was called Babes in Business, and it was last November. And we had over 50 women of color in the room. We had speakers that looked like me, different people that a lot of people aren't exposed to, that didn't know about, that are out here doing their thing in the career world and the entrepreneur world. So from there, since I had such a great response for my first workshop, I started doing these mini monthly ones with my name, because I wanted to separate Curvy Cardio from the business. I'm not just fitness. I branded Curvy Cardio. We marketed, all in-house. So I wanted to show people, you can do that too. You can do your own thing. You can just, branding is everything. Hence what our event is today. But since then, it's really taken off. And from there, I really have been inspired, to empower other women of color to start their own business. And offer, like you said, my services of marketing, branding, how did I do it? I wrote a little book called The Workbook.
Yes, I'm excited to get
Yes, I get you your workbook. Just as a mini, blueprint I'm not going to show you exactly what I did, because you have to figure it out, your own journey, your own research, your own work. Because being an entrepreneur is hard. People think it's so, fun and exciting and glamorous and, money making. I mean, it can be, but it's also a lot of work every day. Every day you have to put your 100% in it, because if you don't, you're not going to make any money. You're not going to, make a living. At the end of the day, we can all do, good for others, but if we can't, take care of ourselves, we're not going to be any service to anybody else.
Right. So becoming an entrepreneur and having two successful businesses, what sort of challenges did you face and how did you overcome them?
Well, I'm still getting over challenges. Like I tell people, I hear no every day. I'm trying to get more corporate sponsors onto the brand. So, trying to build that up. But just, if you have tunnel vision and you know that you're serving, a great purpose and you have a great product, you know what you're talking about, you just keep going. A bigger yes is going to come through all those no's. So don't quit. I want to quit every day, but I'm not. Just keep pushing forward and have good people in your corner to encourage you and support you, because you'll need those encouraging words every day.
Right. What are some key takeaways that you want people to take from the event today?
So definitely from the event today about, how to just brand yourself in public. A lot of times if you're a business owner, there's certain mannerisms that you can't do that you used to do. College life, I was out there partying, whooping it up. I'm so glad Facebook was Facebook was just for college students back then, because you had to be conscious of what you post wording wise. You had to be conscious of what you post picture wise. Just what is your image that you want to portray. A lot of people, I think, are stuck on just being successful here in Cincinnati. There's a whole world out there. So for me, my reach, Cincinnati's always going to be home base for me, but I'm trying to reach out to other cities, like Chicago, DC. So you have to, see what other people are doing, see what that culture looks like, and try to exude it. Not, be, unauthentic to yourself, but you have to adapt to the different cultures. So what works here might not work in Chicago. What works here might not work in DC, and vice versa. So you have to see what the need for is in those other cities that you could bring there that no one else is doing. So like back to my workbook, like I have workbooks in Chicago, DC, LA, Minnesota, just because there's nothing right there. I don't think that people are offering just a little quick, go-to guide. It is cute. So it is cute. So, so if they can't come here, they can get the book, right?
Right, that's awesome. And then lastly, I want you to, if you can, describe just your brand overall in one sentence or maybe like 3 words.
Sure. So the Morgan Owens brand mission is to empower minority women through their careers and their entrepreneurship goals and aspirations.
Nice. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Yeah.